Hey everyone, Sly47 here. Yeah, you read the title right, and you read the thumbnail right, and yeah. Some people would say I pulled a stupid. But I'm going to do it because it's the end of the year. People are going to be, maybe asking for money from their parents to buy a ship, and they don't want to regret it. And or they've got a little extra money from friends and family that they're just like, hey, I enjoy this game. I'm going to throw some money into it. I'm going to make sure that you at least prevent yourself from buying a ship that you might regret and point you towards the right direction. I know with the black market coming soon, there might be some really good deals, so hopefully I can get this out in time and into everyone's hands so that they can also help out everyone in the comments down below if maybe I rank something wrong. Maybe I say something's not good, but it really is good. So I think we'll have some great comments and discussions down below. But let me stop tangenting because, dear Lord, this video is going to be long. So with the rankings, I had to kind of change it up. People are more looking for a short little tidbit review and or is this good to buy or not good to buy? So I figured a good middle field would be good. So I actually had this as insta-buy, but the first tier is great to buy because, of course, I didn't want to kind of get that idea that these are required premiums to buy or anything. So these are just great to buy. Some of them could be considered required, but that's for another day. These are great. These are great ships. Hardly anyone regrets getting them. They are a blast. They have some gimmick that's insane that can absolutely wallop the enemy team and or just hold their own so well. So definitely these are ships you're going to enjoy. No alcohol required, as Jerry Johns likes to say. But for good ships, these are ships where it might be more meaningful for you to do a little bit more research and for you to go, hey, I play this way, I like this style, this is going to be a good ship, I'm going to enjoy it. There may be even a few ships where people actually in the comments down below that you might even regret a ship in the good area. But to me, in good, generally you're going to be like, hey, this ship is a positive element to your port. This ship is going to help you. It's not going to hurt you in any way. Or niche ships, these are ships where you really need to do your research or you need to know what you're getting yourself into. So these are ships with gimmicks, troll elements, stuff that really changes the regular everyday gameplay to a point that I would highly suggest doing that research, highly suggest research, kind of figuring it out, and also maybe playing ships that are like it in order to know whether or not it's worth it. These aren't bad ships. I want to make sure that these are not bad ships. They just, sometimes, if you don't play them the right way, you might get sent back to port early. So pretty much like that. Playable, yeah, it's the title. It's like these are there. They're not garbage, but they're not great either. So definitely put them more in playable. Definitely something that I would be kind of being like, hey, maybe I wouldn't buy it. So carrier mains, if more than one of you watch this channel and such, let me know down below. I might call on you to facilitate letting me know where you would put each carrier. The tier maker list will be down below in the description if I can talk today, and be right there. So let us know where you would put the ones that I clearly don't know. So collector items, these are just bad ships that I would not touch with a 10-foot stick, and I would focus on staying away from them. Some of these ships you just actually might just acquire over time, but in reality they're not worth gold, they're not worth spending the time on, and they need buffs, and or they're just there for the people who want that ship. It's just, sometimes that's the way it is. But okay, so the next bit is going to be completely podcast style. I'm not going to cut or clip or do anything like that unless I do something really stupid. But I'm going to get into all this stuff. I'm going to go as far as I can in the first video and then stop and go for a second video probably, depending on how long I decide to tangent on stuff. But before I keep on tangenting here, like and subscribe. Thank you for making this channel as crazy and as awesome as it is, with all the comments and love you bring. For all the people in Discord, thank you for joining. It's a blast, especially to Red Gaming for joining and helping me fill in some gaps while I was writing this script. He stayed up late helping me do this one time. Freaking awesome, dude. Thank you. And thank you to the Patreon supporters for absolutely helping support this channel out. If you want to help support, link is down below. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for all the likes, comments, subscribes, follows on any platform that you want, as I streamed all major 3. Y'all are awesome. Y'all make this an absolute blast, and not even an ounce of effort. Person at my job asked me, hey, what'd you do this weekend? I'm like, I wrote a 14-page script to talk about every premium in a random mobile game, and I couldn't say that to them because that just sounds insane to me. But I did. But before I keep on tangenting, let's get into it. Okay, let's start. This is going to be the podcast section. Please, if you want to occasionally look for ships that you want, I'm going to try to do like A to B, B to C. There's just so many ships. So know that this isn't going to be exact like clipping of each and every one. Kind of keeping it very simple today, because there's just so many. Trying to get this many done, bit of a problem. But, of course, I'm still tangenting. Okay, let's do this. Admiral Grass Spray. This is a great hybrid cruiser hunter. It doesn't do well when it's up-tiered, but definitely it's a niche ship. You might like it. I think there's a lot of people who will get it more for the historical value, but you're not exactly, it's not playable. It's just niche. It's got big guns for its tier, but you're not exactly going to be doing insane games into it. So, Admiral Makarov, this is a Russian premium Nuremberg. Yeah, enjoy it. It's fun. It's good. It's an incredibly solid ship. You'll enjoy it and such. Agincourt, this is just personal bias here. I'm just going to completely admit it. Most people would put it in a niche. I'm putting it in a great to buy. This is incredibly slow, but it's an incredible shotgun that nukes DDs right back to port, and light cruisers as well. It's just got a crap ton of guns. Its HE's hilarious. And yeah, at tier 5, that's kind of what you want in a premium. You want to have a little bit of fun. You don't want to have something that's insanely powerful, because the thing, of course, is a barge. 17 guns worth of barge, but it's just fun. It's just fun. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's definitely worth it. You also will probably get out of a mission crate, so maybe you don't have to put it into a great to buy situation, as you'll just unlock it over time. Aegir. This is definitely a ship that's going to run the gamut between a few, depending on another ship in the list. But I think it's good. It's sometimes that good to playable area. It's a solid battleship, but because another ship exists, it's just not as good in my opinion. And that's not, like, bad, but that's one of those things where it's just like, there's just better ships to buy. I wouldn't put your money into it type of thing. Agile, or Eagle, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not really great at this. Super fast, great guns, rapid reload for a light cruiser. Yes, I said light cruiser. It's a light cruiser. I know that people like to say it's a DD, but that's how French DDs act. They kind of act in this intermediate light cruiser area versus DD area. Hey, no Citadel, it's even better. But you realistically get this if you are wanting to train a captain and learn how the French DDs are probably going to be in this game. In my opinion, it's good. It's not amazing. You're not going to carry every game, but there's a few games where all of a sudden that fast torp reload and fast gunboat action is just a blast. It's fun. So, Alabama, good. It really fixes the flaws of the North Carolina class, and it does a great, solid job in its tier. It sits perfectly and good. I wouldn't say it's insta-buy, but also there's a lot of people that, of course, want it for historical value. You know, the whole class there's a lot of ships in here, and I can't wait for them to add more and make them unique. So, Alaska, this is our first collector's ship. It's horrible guns. It's a shotgun with not enough shells to actually make it worth the spread, but it's got amazing skills. It really does, but horrible armor, so it kind of I don't know. It really sucks that American heavy cruisers aren't worth it at all. I really wish they were. I really wish they were. They really should be. They should be a blast on PC. Alaska's an insane ship. There's a few small buffs that I feel like that could at least push in the playable. And, of course, its sister ship at Tier 10 needs some work, too. But not as bad. Anchorage. This is a Tier 9 Buffalo, which means you're constantly up-tiered, and your skills just aren't as good as a Buffalo. Slow torps don't fix anything for the loss of rapid reload, too. It's just not as good of a ship. Yes, it can do well. It is still 12 203s, but now you're having to deal with the likes of powerful Tier 8s and powerful Tier 10s, depending on the matchmaking. It's sandwiched in an area. It should have been a Tier 8 ship for its setup, and I kind of highly doubt they're going to fix it from here. And also the event was crap. Anshan niche. Let me actually put it in the right thing. It really has nothing special to it, but it's just a regular DD, and if you want a commander trainer, which kind of maybe puts it more into playable, but to me, I want to say niche because it's actually pretty decent. It's just, do you want the commander training for Pan Asian? So, yeah, that's really it. Arizona, this is good. It's a New Mexico with precise aim, which is exactly what it needs. New Mexico is already a pretty good class, but yeah, we'll get into the other ships. Arizona, just a solid ship. It's just a fun ship. You'll constantly see it around Christmas going on sale for pretty cheap. So pick it up then. And if, of course, it's outside of that cycle, you might get it from mission crates, or I think it's in the mission crate. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Arkansas, this is collectors. This is just a bad Argent Court, basically, for its tier. Just a lot of guns, incredibly slow. For Tier 4, it can kind of be a little bit of troll, but it's just, unfortunately, it doesn't have the good HE to kind of back it up, and its AP, it's just not good. It's just skip over it. It's going to be rough. Arc Rail, I actually know this carrier mains. This is good. It's an incredibly easy ship to play. It's stupid fun for carrier players. It's great for setting fires. Yeah, setting fun. And it's super annoying, in my opinion. This is one of the more annoying Tier 7 carriers to run into. Yeah, it's the Arc Rail. If you are a carrier main and you want to have press 2 buttons for a fire, go right ahead. That's right there. Asashio, it's niche. You get to be a Shima once a game. If you have the elite gunboat commander, maybe twice. But that's kind of it. If you like the Shima and you want a lower tier Shima at Tier 8, it's there. It kind of exists. Ashitaka, it's a Tier 8 Amagi at Tier 7. So, yeah, it's good. It's pretty solid. Armor doesn't hold up as well, but it's good. It's a real basic ship, really. So, Atlanta, niche. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. It's a fun ship, though. It's got good torpedoes, decent guns, good AA, and A-smoke. It's incredibly dangerous in regular games if you played well, but it's absolutely insane in respawn because occasionally you can just be like, well, I'm just going to die really quick and come back in and absolutely wall up. Great light cruiser, probably one of the best U.S. cruisers premiums, in my opinion. I'd like to see that down below. There's a few other options that are pretty good, too. But Azuma, technically, I'm going to put it in collectors, but understand this doesn't escape playable, even unlike people who like it. It's a battle cruiser with no armor and big guns, good skills, but once again, you're massive and you have no armor. And plus it's Tier 9 matchmaking, which just get a Yoshi. Just wait for a Yoshi to come up. It's just straight up better if you're interested in the Azuma. So, finally on the B. Oh, what did I get myself into? Bayard. Realistically, this is the Lagasse or the De Grasse kind of extension line made in premiums. Bayard, it's a great French light cruiser. It really is. It's good fire chance, rapid reload. It's super fast, kind of like its tier 10 component called Bear, which we'll eventually talk about. It's a solid cruiser, but don't get touched by anything because you kind of just blow up, but it is still good. It's still good. You're not going to really hate it too much, but I really wouldn't go out of my way for it, so it kind of argues this, but it barely sits in good just because it's a pretty solid cruiser. It is. It has its fun. Belfast, this is great to buy instantly. This is one of the best tier 7s with all the skills, capabilities, guns. It's a near perfect ship. If it had torps, it would be overpowered as all get out. But it's just radar, sonar, smoke with decent guns and fire. The ability to start fires, even though I think that's kind of overrated for the Belfast. The AP is just insane. It's an incredibly good ship. If you like the Belfast line, go up the regular British line. You're going to enjoy it too. Or, of course, if you went up that line and enjoyed it, get the Belfast. That's just the shtick and such. Benham, it's definitely a niche ship. It's basically a Clemson, so if you like the Clemson, but at tier 9 with incredibly slow torpedoes. So it's all about the volume of fire of sending out 16 torpedoes often. And that can be a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. It can do a lot. It can be really stupid, but it's, yeah. I think when I bought it, it was super cheap and made sense in the shipyard, but outside of that, kind of rough. But you have to like that style of play, and that again, sending 16 torpedoes out is a lot of fun. Alright, on to the first bit of black ships. Black Amagi. This is a good solid ship. I think this really extends the Amagi class in the right direction because it has better accuracy, rapid reload 1, and sonar. So it can kind of push, if you want to say, but it's just, in my opinion, it's got better accuracy than the regular Amagi. It's a great replacement if you are looking for, even like, hey, I'm going to sell the Amagi. I liked the class. I want an upgrade. Black Amagi's right there for you. So definitely a good black ship in my opinion. Black Amalfi. This is probably going to be one of those more controversial picks. It's great to buy. You like Italian cruisers. You want a sonar Amalfi that doesn't have precise aim, which it really doesn't need. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's an incredibly solid ship, incredibly powerful on taking out DDs, especially since you have that sonar to finally see the DDs. But yeah, it's an incredibly good Amalfi. I would highly suggest it for anyone who likes that line or just hates DDs. Great ship to pick up. And for the price, actually, it's not that bad. So right now it's still in the shipyard. In the future it won't be. But Black Amalfi, it's definitely a good pickup, especially if you like the Italian cruiser line. So Black Bairn, it's playable. So it takes away the precise aim that the regular Bairn kind of needs and yeets it out for arguably worse skills. It can deal damage, but isn't great. So yeah. Black Bismarck, this actually is kind of something I actually didn't even know about until recently when I actually went back on sale for a short period of time. It's actually a discount Roma from how everyone's been asking, or everyone's been talking. So to me, I looked at it, played it a few times. It kind of is. It's kind of ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. I would definitely put it in good. It's definitely not Roma tier, but it's not bad either. I would definitely argue and definitely say, go right ahead. Good call on that if you wanted to pick it up. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. So Shapayev, Black Shapayev. The problem with the Black Shapayev is it has competition. And that competition doesn't bring it outside of playable. There are arguably better ships. Now, of course, you might be able to pick up the Black Shapayev versus, for free compared to not. It's not bad. It can kind of do its thing, but it's just there's arguably better ships that you'd rather spend your time and or your resources on. So, how it goes. Black Charles Martel, it swaps out the Rapid Reload 2 for Acceleration 3 and Precise Aim. I wouldn't make that swap in a million years. It's bad. Black Dallas, collectors, it's a Dallas. Just play the class. Just play it. You'll realize how bad it is. It's just so bad. Black Edinburgh. You want a premium Edinburgh for commander training? There. It literally hardly changes anything from the regular one. So I put it in niche because that's really a commanding training. Like, hey, I liked the Edinburgh class. I wanted a premium version so I don't have to pop down a commander from the Minotaur or something like that while I'm grinding and retrain or anything like that. Black Edinburgh exists for it. So, which I think there's actually should be a lot more ships like that in the game, just because there's a lot of really solid tier 8s that would be really good money makers to be like, hey, now it's premium. What'd you do to it? I made it black. That's it. God, I have a feeling that's going to be roasted somehow. Black Frederick de Goober, niche like Edinburgh. It's similar to the original ship, but not crazy different. So I really would highly suggest it. Frederick de Goober's already in a rough place in general, as it's a tier 9, but it's not a bad ship either. It's in tier 9 respawn. It's absolutely fantastic. So Black Gascon, it is definitely good. This is a derivation from the regular Gascon where it's sacrificing a little bit of reload. I would definitely say it's good. There might arguably be better versions of the Gascon or tier 8 class for French, but I think it's good. I think it's pretty solid. It's a different upgrade, but it's not an insane upgrade. And also the Gascon class is just solid, so yeah. Black Graf Zeppelin. This is one of the first ones. Carry remains. Let me know down in the comments below. I have no idea if that's a better version of the Graf Zeppelin or a worse version or a whatever version. Who knows? So Black Iowa. Iowa's already pretty good. You want to have less DPM for sonar? It's playable. Enjoy it. Yeah, guess so. Oh, okay. Let's get through these because there's some rough ones. Black Iron Duke. It's an Iron Duke. There's better tier 5 spy. Black Ismo. It does get the rapid reload and precise aim combo. That's a really good combo. But no, it's playable. It's just the Ismo class is just rough already. No combined efforts of amazing combos are going to help it that much. So yeah. If you happen to like the Ismo class, though, there it is. You got a premium Ismo that's just straight up better than the original from what I've generally heard. So, oh man, Black Kamikaze. It's a Kamikaze with smoke. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Kamikaze is a good class. Pure, plain, simple. Black Congo. It's gonna be more playable. It's already a solid tier 5, but the upgrades aren't gonna make it win anything more than the regular Congo class. Don't go out of your way for it. Same thing with the Black Leander. It's literally a Leander class, but painted black. Yeah. As you can tell, this is sometimes where it's going. From what I can tell, Black Lexington, it's generally more of a niche ship from anyone I've asked. But I'm going to stick it in carrier just because. Let me know down below, carrier mains, if you actually happen to watch this. I've heard that it's definitely more of a niche ship. It's like, hey, if you like that, like swap out. But I don't know carriers at all, so I'm not going to comment any more on it. Black Monarch. Monarch class is already good. So now you have a smoke for maybe some clutch plays, some kind of interesting styles of certain things, and you get more rapid reload 1s compared to less rapid reload 2s. So it's kind of a change up of average DPM versus burst DPM, and you get a smoke for it. It's good. it's going to be there. I'm going to pick it up the moment I can get it, for me at least, but I'm not going to say that it's definitely something you should insta-buy or anything. It's just Monarch class is good. So, Black North Carolina, this is playable comparatively, just straight up get the Alabama. Yeah, it's just Alabama's better. So, yeah. Black Shikaku, it's going to be good. I've heard some early estimates that maybe, and or at least some ideas, that it might just be a straight up upgrade. But who knows? I don't know yet. So it's going to be good. Shikakus are annoying at tier 8 and tier 9. They're incredibly powerful with the right carrier players. I don't even need carrier mains to know that it's probably going to be, at the very least, good. So now this ship actually was shown off on Hiromi's channel and everything like that. So hopefully I am not wrong, but Black Yamato, in my opinion, it's a Yamato class. It's probably at least going to be good. You can't really screw up an incredibly hard-hitting, tanky ship all that much at tier 10. So I don't know what the skills are, so of course that might change up. But hoping it's good, because I do like black ships. They look really cool. Sorry. Not that I'm going to pay for it, but yeah. Okay. Black New Mexico. This is playable. Actually, I just recently sold it. I needed the credits. Sorry. Just get the Arizona. Black Texas. This is a collector's. Same thing with the Texas. You can't save it. It's just kind of okay. If you want a black version of the Texas that's already there, it's not going to change up the gameplay or not going to make you any better. So let's move on to a ship that I actually enjoy after we have a bunch of ships that are kind of speculatory or just kind of okay. Błyskawica, as I probably just slaughtered it and everyone in Poland is about to kill me. This is great to buy. In my opinion, this is a fantastic ship for getting those flood missions done. You just want to be able to get them done. This is the ship to buy. Arguably great price for the value that you typically buy it for. The guns are good. The skills are good. The torps, while they don't hit hard, you have to realize what they kind of act like, where they're more... You're trying to create a status. You're kind of constantly trying to create fires. You're constantly trying to create floods. And if you do that, it's a great management system of absolutely owning the enemy team. I enjoy it. It's a blast. And the Skane is a really good ship in that line. And I still would prefer the Błyskawica over the Skane. And to me, that says something. But yeah, that might be a ship that kind of runs the gambit in this list and everything like that. Next thing, we have a tier 10 Alsace. I am not going to say that name. I am too American to actually say that right. But this tier 10 French Alsace, I'm going to actually just straight up put it in playable. The Alsace, unfortunately, runs into this problem where unless they give it good skills, which we have another ship that we'll talk about at a later point where the good skills don't matter. In my opinion, they have to really knock it out of the park with the skills, or the ship is going to be kind of just be a drop in a puddle. It's not really going to be much at tier 10. So hopefully it's good. But in my opinion, if you're going off of the Alsace, no, it's not. It's a bad start right there. Buffalo, it's good. It's a tad pricey right now in the shipyard, I'll completely admit, but Rapid Reload 2 with 12 203s, oh yeah, it's nice. Its armor is okay. It really needs a sonar, and I've been just telling Wargaming pretty much every week, please add sonar to it, and it would be in a very good situation. But it's a fire-spitting AP monster. It doesn't matter what you fire at times. It will do whatever you need it to do. It's basically a more just strength-focused Worcester and Des Moines put together kind of, yeah. It's a fun ship. I enjoy it. It's a blast. So, Campbelltown, this is a collector's. This is going to be, it's tier 3. Come on. You get it for the history. What are you going to do? Champagne. So, people like to tell me that they wish there were more heavy cruisers in this game, and while I agree that there should be a lot more good heavy cruisers with them, There are a lot of BBs that should be played as heavy cruisers, like the Champagne. It's an amazing ship, but the armor and size get it in trouble so often that if you play like a BB, you're gonna die. But if you play like a heavy cruiser, it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to somehow pick up this ship somehow, but I'm definitely going to pick up the Champagne sometime, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and you will be toasting at the end of your game. I had to do the pun. I had to do it. Got it. Cheshire. This is collectors. This just slow reload, horrible armor, huge, great HE, but the tech tree line is bad, and this is bad. Surprise. Colbert. This is a niche ship. So it's I think it's actually one of the most modern ships in the game currently. The ship's a ton of fun, and that's about it. Don't expect it to last long in game. It will get nuked at any range, but its niche is just so much fun. I enjoy it, and I wish I could get it sometime. It'd be fun. So Cossack, this is another niche ship. Definitely, it's a HMS Akazuki with single fire torpedoes. It's good, not exactly strong. If you like the gunboat style, you're going to enjoy the Cossack, and actually, commonly it's on sale for super cheap, so nothing wrong with picking it up. But at the same time, you have to like the play style to understand it to make the most of it. De Grasse, it's an AA spec Lagasse. Tier 6 AA sucks already, so it's a premium Tier 6 French cruiser that is okay, I guess. Yeah. Collectors. Oh, man. Getting through this. Come on. It's really for history. The Dreadnought. I don't know why I said that backwards. Why did I say that backwards? Yeah, okay, this review is going to go this way, isn't it? But the Dreadnought, HMS Dreadnought, it's more about history. Its gun layout's horrible. It's incredibly slow. You might get it because you get people to play and stuff like that. It's really whatever. Duca d'Aosta, it's good. When we actually look at it, it's incredibly good. Pre-sap, pre-sap nerf I totally wrote this wrong. It is pre-nerf sap. It's an amazing, and it's fairly cheap in the shipyard right now. Highly suggest if you hate DDs, if you like Italian cruisers, this is just a great addition to your port. Perfect. Duca della Prisi, which is basically a HE throwing Italian cruiser with amazing range. Yeah, it's good. No sap, but it's more kind of friendly to players who don't play Italian cruisers, so kind of works. Duke of York, this is collectors, so the King George the Fish class can't save itself with smoke. It's just too huge for the smoke, and yeah, the Monarch has smoke too, so why is that so good? And this one sucks, the turret layout, so you just get better accuracy, better stats at tier 8. So, Duke of York, definitely just leave it in collectors. It's not that good. Dunker, this is a good ship. It's a tier 6 Ritchie, and in my opinion, that's great. It's not as strong tier for tier, but because it's forward firing power and maneuverability and secondaries kind of, it's great. It really is a great ship. Not necessarily great to buy because you can kind of get it for free in many different ways. So, good. I'd say it's good. So, Enterprise, this is a carrier. Let me know. I have a feeling this is, of course, the Grey Ghost. You want to make sure. Hopefully I got that right. Did I get that right? Shoot. Did I get that right? I don't know. So, I'll have to clip that. Eric Lodenhart, this is another carrier. Please, carrier mains down below. Let us know where those sit. So, Exeter, it's actually a decent heavy cruiser at its tier, and it shows off the horrible reload of this entire thing as well. But it's playable. It's kind of fun. It can do its job. I enjoyed it when I played it, but I really wouldn't say it's anything to go out of your way. Fenyang, it got actually a buff recently, and it is a Pan-Asian Akizuki with deep water torpedoes. It can do well, but you need to know what you're getting yourself into. Similar to the Cossack. Don't jump in too early, but it's not a bad ship either. So, Philandre, playable. Alsace turret layout with precise aim. It can do well, but it's nothing to write home about either. Especially when you have so many ships competing against it, it's kind of hard to suggest it, you know? So, yeah, whatever. Florida, these were showing off that they could compete against Poltavas. So, in reality, Florida, Rulers of Waves showed that these are very solid ships. You're not going to hate going for it, but there's a better ship overall for it. But at the same time, it's a fun ship. It's a lot of guns, a lot of damage output, but not a lot of so much armor and accuracy to it, kind of that trade-off. So definitely a good boat. Friesland, this is amazing to buy. This is an insane ship. This is the King of Fire starting at tier 8. It's great. Its guns are hilarious. I think it's like 1.2 seconds. It's not for everyone, and it's kind of got hilarious skills and output. Some people have said it needs a nerf, but if you want a ship that makes it so those 750 hits in a week are done quickly, this ship is one of those ships that makes it stupidly easy. So Friesland's a fun, and also if you hate carriers, enjoy. Georgia, this is niche. So it's got, I think it's Yamato guns on an Iowa with Speed Boost 3 and Rapid Reload 1. It's fun because Iowa classes are great, but the amount of guns kind of burn people with only 6 of them. Not for everyone, but at the same time, if you like the Iowa class and you want big guns and big citadels, Georgia can do it. Georgia's fun. So, Giulio Cesare or Guilo Cesare, however you want me to say it, however that goes and everything like that, that's a great to buy. You actually can get the ship for completely free if you just do your missions, but this is the king of tier 5, and the best thing is that it's a fantastic ship. A lot of people kind of consider it a tier 5 Roma. It's a fast AP monster with good armor. What's not to like of that? What's not? It's just an insanely good ship. Actually, I don't even know. Grozia? Whatever, it's playable. So, this ship came into the game with little fanfare. It's a tier 7 Zara with Black Amalfi skills, which should be good. Black Amalfi is great to buy. Why is this playable? It's because the Zara's gun loadout. You have to like it to want to play it. And that doesn't even, it's just, at tier 7, it just doesn't do as well. I hardly ever see them anywhere, so it's one of those things of, if people aren't replaying them, then that kind of shows you something else too. So, Graf Zeppelin, this is a carrier. It's devastating to get close to. Don't do that, but please, carrier mains down below. That'd be awesome. Gremi Eshki, this is niche. So, I think, I want to say it's like tier 8 guns on a tier 5 with good torpedoes for a Russian DD. That's pretty good, but not everyone's going to like Russian DDs, even though I feel like the Gremieshki is the perfect training ship to understand how to play the higher tiers. So if you want to learn how to do it, pretty good call. And such. Hayata, it's collectors. This is more for history. The only thing reason why I put it in collectors and not even in playable is I've talked to so many people, and I remember watching the reviews as it came out, and everyone was like, "This should have been like a tier lower or 2 tiers lower," and that's how bad it is. So, yeah, people just kind of just go, "It's bad." So, don't get it. Oh man, keep it going. Whew, we're getting there. So I'm trying to get halfway before I stop this for part 2. But Hayata, basically, if you want a Shima Haragumo hybrid, this is it. So it's niche. It's a hybrid. Does it always work? No. But it's just two very different ships being hybridized, and sometimes it becomes a master and none situation. So don't expect insane things, but I've seen some decent Hayata players. So yeah. Helena, you want a Radar Brooklyn class? Yeah, it's playable. It exists. There's a better Radar cruiser at tier 7. So Hill, this is a Mahan at tier 5 with fuel smoke. It's great to buy. This is an amazing tier 5 DD. Great maneuverability. The torps, yeah, there's one less than Nicholas, but those fuel smokes let you play off and do some amazing games that just could not be possible in the Nicholas. It's a fantastic ship to pick up. But let's go from one spectrum to the other. The Heisen, it's a Yamato class with the Montana layout and smaller guns. It's tier 9 also. Angles are bad for the guns as well and the secondaries. It's tanky. Gas. Hood, for me, it's playable, but some people definitely like it. It's just a huge ship with bad armor, and I enjoy the citadels from them. I do. Maybe history, maybe you want to repeat history and have it explode in your face, but it's still got good guns for its tier and actually got pretty decent mobility, so can't complain there, but definitely do your research on that ship. Hung He or Hang He, I'm sorry, I'm not that good at pronouncing this stuff. In my opinion, actually, this is a sleeper. This is a sleeper ship. So in the right hands, it's just got the right skills and the right setup. It's just armor really sucks, and it's kind of huge. So as much as I want to say good, it's niche. It is. It's niche. It does its job, and it kind of can be fun, but it's not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. Imperator Nikolai. This is a collector's ship. If you like the tier 4 and you want something close to it, I guess. It's just a big shotgun. That's all it really is. It's not anything. Yeah. It's not anything. It's HE's kind of okay. It's AP's kind of okay. So, yeah. Whatever. It's an Imperial Nikolai. Indianapolis. Oh, man. This was a ship that I am so glad I bought, and I would highly suggest it more. It is an absolute sleeper at tier 7. It's a better radar cruiser than that of the Helena. Absolutely fantastic cruiser with great guns and skills. I want to try to pick up a review on this as soon as I can. It's just sometimes I just can't get good, insane games into this ship. But I always get games that are good. Like I always, the team helps me out too much. Damn you, teammates, for doing too good of shit. I'm going to stop there. I'm sorry. Indomitable. So, actually, yeah. I actually know this one carrier main, so you can put it down there. It's great to buy, and I hate to say this, but at the same time, yeah. Yeah, it's a click-to-win ship. You send bombers out, they burn things down. That is it. It's annoying, and I hate it, but it's good. If you like carriers, you're not going to hate the Indomitable. You maybe won't, like RNG kind of plays a little bit in its benefit, but at the same time, yeah. So, that's really it. Irian, this is going to piss some people off, playable, but I actually regret this purchase. I played it a few times in the press account, thought it was good, saw it on sale, bought it. It's a kind of a solid tier 8 cruiser, but I know of about 4 other cruisers I would rather take out. Its gimmick is cool. It will never be able to be used pretty consistently, and it's just not built up to get close enough to actually allow for the torpedoes to actually hit well, because the spread on the torpedoes sucks. I literally feel like I'd hit like half the map if I just spread them out minorly. So there's another ship in this entire group that I would rather buy and rather play any day of the week. And I'm literally just waiting to finish the Battle Honors to probably even sell the Urian, but I probably shouldn't because, tier 8, 9 cruiser crates, I want them to come in. But yeah, Urian, it is strong in its AP, but its HE is lacking, and its just general kit is lacking. So yeah. Issei, actually, this is something that we learned from the Rulers of the Waves. This is niche. So the spotting capabilities, because of those dive bombers, those paper dive bombers, let me add in there, this is clutch. It's an incredibly good IJN ship that's actually an HMS ship because how good its HE is. So kind of you want to play it a little bit differently than most battleships, but at the same time, those dive bombers spot for your allies, absolutely win the teams. This thing can come in clutch in certain games. So definitely, it's a surprise to me. I enjoyed it when I had it, but it's not anything to write home about either. So Jean Bart, I'm actually just going to put Pigbay's video up on this because it's playable. It's just one of those ships kind of similar to the Bajon or whatever, the tier 10 Alsace, is that it's going to need some insane skills to help it, and even the insane skills on the Jean Bart isn't saving it from playable. It's just not as good, and the guns are finally showing that, okay, you need 406s at tier 9. You need the bigger guns at tier 9 unless you have some special capability like per se like German ships or something like that where they've got better AP. But Kaga, carry mains, I got this one as well. This is one of the most annoying ships for a tier. Oh my god, it's horrible to play against. And tier 7A ain't that good either. So I hate Kaga players. It's an incredibly strong ship. I don't know a Kaga player that isn't amazing at the game within that. It absolutely racks up damage and it pisses you off when you go to play it. What? Yeah, let's move on. Kamikaze. This is good. Kamikaze is a good class. Long-range torpedoes. Bad guns, but those long-range torpedoes are just so good. Hits like a freaking truck. If you like those long-range torpedoes, Kamikaze's it. Right there. We got the Katori. This is a tier 3 collector ship. It's that. So, and then the Key. So, this is the worst Amagi class, in my opinion. It does have those torpedoes. They kind of can help. But in my opinion, at tier 8, you're commonly shooting at range and never using the torpedoes. So, it's kind of a worthless upgrade, in my opinion. And/or it does its thing occasionally. I don't know. I really wouldn't put it past playable. I know some people like it. Maybe it's a niche ship for you. But I really wouldn't go for it myself. Okay, so we're halfway there. This is our current list right now. Looking pretty good. Need more great to buy ships, but those more will come there. Got a lot of good ships. I hope this has been informational for you. I hope this is helping. I hope y'all are enjoying this. Thank you all for making this not an ounce of work. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, follows, joining up on Discord, assisting and supporting on Patreon. Y'all are awesome. And part 2 coming up next week. So have a good one. Peace.